What it do, E-World? Crisscrossing wires. And I failed to explain something in my semi-reviews and first looks of this RZ, what my whole intention of this bike is. And that is not the same as the Beast. The Beast is something that I'm trying to get over, get around, and skirt all the laws and regulations with using the legal terminology as that it's a bike because it has pedals. So that is the purpose of the Beast, just like most e-motos and e-bikes are, you know, designed and built to do. Most people are trying to have a viable commuter that has power, that they don't have to put tags on, insurance, or, you know, any of that government hoopla. You know what I mean? That's what most of us are trying to do with our e-bikes slash e-motos, etc. This, on the other hand, is the total opposite. This, I'm trying to build a viable electric motorcycle that I can put tags on, put insurance on, ride on the highway, ride on the road, ride anywhere legally without having to worry about the police. I want to ride this thing just like a regular motorcycle. Now, the only problem is electric motorcycles with high performance and long range cost a shit ton of money. All right, and you know, I'm not actually in a position or willing to pay that kind of money right now. In fact, I'm not going to pay that kind of money when I know that I could build one with similar performance for far, far less. So that is the purpose of this RZ. So don't get it twisted. Don't think I'm trying to pass this off to you guys as something to replace an e-bike or an alternative in buying an e-bike. If you want or need something to commute back and forth to work with, or school, wherever, long distance, possibly need to get on the highway, or, you know, roads with high speeds, and you don't want to deal with you know, being stopped by the police and them trying to determine whether or not you're riding on a legal bike or not, then this is the move for you. Now, trust me, I love skirting the law and doing all of that, that I, you know, what the purpose of the Beast was. And like I said, the Beast will always have its place. And not just the Beast, any type of e-motos or high-powered e-bikes, they will always have their place for those that have suspended driver's licenses, whatever reason being you don't want to be, or, you know, have a legitimate vehicle. You know, insurance is high. Some places people don't want to get shit registered. I get that. So that's what most e-bikers want to do. But you know, on the other hand, I feel limited with my e-bike that is high powered, even though it can ride in traffic, ride highway speeds. I can't ride it on the highway. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really serving me much purpose. I want to be able to, you know, if I want to go 20-30 miles and jump on the highway, I want to do that. You know, I can't do that with the beast. I could, but then I stand a chance of either losing the beast or going to jail or just a whole bunch of bullshit. So if I can buy a bike like this for a little bit of money and spend a little more on modding it to have close to the same performance, man, I look at some of the e-motorcycles that are for sale right now, man, and they're just stupendous as far as the cost, but not so great on the performance. Now they do have some electric motorcycles that have some killer performance, but guess what? They got some killer ass prices. Now any of the other e-motorcycles of lesser performance, they still want a ton of money for those. You know, a Zero is 25K, whatever, but I don't feel like you're getting 25K worth of performance or range. Sure, it's faster than our e-motos, obviously, and may get longer range, but is it, you know, is it worth that price tag? I don't think so. Not if I could do the same for way less. Now I intend to go kind of extreme on this build. The only thing that's going to save me from spending a lot of money is the fact that I'm going to build my own pack, because let's face it, at the end of the day, the pack is the most expensive thing, especially if you want to run high voltage and high current. We're talking about 30S pack with maybe 25P. So it's going to be a huge pack with P45s, expensive cells. So that pack, if you were going to buy a pack like that from any of the battery companies, man, you're talking about the $6,000 or $7,000 pack, easy. And I mean, could be more than that. But anyway, like I said, I intend to build my own, save myself some money there, and you can either find yourself a far driver controller, and you know, as much as people like far drivers, reason why people like far drivers is because they give you a nice bit of power for a low price. All right, now let's be honest, far drivers aren't that expensive, you know, which is why a lot of people are using them. And I mean, they do what they do, but when it comes to software, build quality, and functionality, there are better controllers, you know, like the vest controllers. Now you don't have to buy a vest, you don't have to go that route. You can definitely buy a $1,200 or $1,300 far driver and have more than enough power. So, you know, you don't have to spend 10 grand on this build in total. But hey, if guys are spending 12 and 13K on a Ciron build, why wouldn't you spend at least 10K on a build that you can actually ride on the highway? So I don't feel like that's too much, but it's not necessarily, well, I mean, it's not really necessary to spend that much. Now think about it. Most guys that spend a lot of money on Cirons, they pay $5,000 for a bike that basically they take everything off of and pretty much just use the frame. They buy a new suspension, new battery, new controller, new motor, everything. So, you know, it really ain't making a whole lot of sense to buy a Sur-Ron unless you can sell all of those parts. But who's buying all of those stock parts when everybody wants the same thing, modified, better components? So, you know, I really think if Sur-Rons were being sold with the frames only, then they would make much more sense. But anyway, back to this, it's going to cost you a lot less than a Sur-Ron build. You know, even if you buy this bike fully assembled with the battery that they come with, a lead acid or one of those lithium packs, and you still mod it. So you could probably do all of that for $5 or $6 grand and have halfway decent performance. But we're talking killer performance as far as speed and range. Yeah, you can spend a little more than that. But anyway, that is the purpose of this RZ. I want to make it so I can put this thing on the highway, so I can ride it to the store, so I can put my wife on the back and we go cruising in the summertime. You know, I want to have a legitimate sport bike, and hopefully I'll be able to do that. So I kind of failed to mention that in my other videos I made about this bike, so I wanted to get that clear. The point of this RZ. Alright, y'all, take it easy, take care, crisscrossing wires. But yeah, I feel like this is a whole lot of bike for the money, and just for a little bit more money, it can be a whole lot more bike. Peace. Do a little riding around the slide again, man. I've been riding this thing around all day, man. It's just it's just too good. Let's see, we down to 73%, 50 kilometers. 50 kilometers. So let's just say, for the sake of it, with 77% left, I can definitely get another 50 kilometers. So that's 100 kilometers. I don't know how many miles that is. I'll do the conversion, but that seems like some decent range. I honestly think with 74, that means I basically got 50 kilometers on 25% of this pack. You can see it, if you can see right there, we had 49, so I'm saying 50, but it's 49 kilometers, and that percent just went down a little bit, 73%. Yeah, that is regen. You see how that percent went up? It's definitely regen. See, when I barely pull on this brake, the little engine sign come up there and the brake sign, and you see my battery goes up to 78% because it's charging. The voltage is going up. Huh. Now, how many bikes, how many inexpensive bikes come with regen and all that? Nice display, 72 volt. Not many. Let's see, my lights on? Yeah, I see. Let's see, kind of shine we got coming out the front of this thing. Now, right now, I got the parker lights on, but there's the light. And I noticed this light shines straight out too, like on the Beast. So when I'm riding, like I did a little road ride the other night, and just like on the Beast, because my light is shining straight out, not hitting the ground, it's really kind of hard to tell that you can't see it too good with this GoPro, only if it hits the ground. But the low light on this GoPro definitely ain't good enough for you to see it if it's not shining down. You see how it's lighting that stop sign up though, so it's definitely bright enough, and I can definitely see. Just like when I'm on the Beast. People are like, you riding with no lights? Nah, man, I'm riding with lights. It's just my light ain't shining on the ground, so you can't see it. I can see it. Catch y'all later.